am the one who dances around the flame of this love, and only you, my beloved, ignited the fire. So, what was it? Yeah, what did you ask me? Sorry.
So compiling your poetries is quite a task, at least for all of us. I mean, to keep a tab of our poems itself is so confusing. And to actually build in that flow and to compile all your poetries into one book should have been a task. So what were the challenges you faced in your journey?
Okay, actually, to be honest, it was the most beautiful journey. There was absolutely, it just flowed from the time of its conception till it came out on print. Everything was flawless. Because it was actually, I have been writing poetry since I was a child, but Raqs was a different thing altogether. Raqs began when I met my master and my journey with him began. So the poetry flowed and the journey kept moving and the poetry kept flowing. Now what was needed is a patronage to publish the book, and that also, God willing, I had my one of my relatives, Rizwanullah Khan, who had always promised me that when I'm ready with my manuscript, he would publish. He would give the help to publish the book. So he was kind enough to give me the money for the book, and then Ocean Press did a beautiful job. But it flew so beautiful. I don't know, for so many years I've been waiting to bring out a book. Actually, this is my second book. My first book is called Heartbeat, which was done by Unison Publication. It was an anthology. But Raqs was a completely different, it was a magical journey, and it just came together. It had to be born, so it just came in together.
Yeah. I don't think you guys can see, but I can actually see her eyes go glazed completely. She's completely excited, and I understand how difficult it is for a person to, especially poets, to find publishers. And thanks to the Lord that you found the right time and to get an amazing publisher. So, your next question, I'd like to ask you: what inspires your poetry?
The journey of the soul and the creator, love and Sufism, and nature. But what inspires me completely and takes me, I think, is Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi. So that's what fascinates me.
That's fabulous. So, is there any structure that you follow to your poetry?
No, absolutely. If there's no structure to my poetry, it's just free flow. And actually, if I'm being honest, my poems actually come in dreams to me. I don't know, people who are very practical might not believe in this, but being very honest about it, I see them in my dreams, most of them, and they just come into a flow, and then I have to just wake up and I just string them together, and then the poem is made. I don't know, it's especially for Raqs, it just kept coming in such a way that not visions, but they would come, the words would come in my dreams, and I had to wake up. My husband is he knows, he's seen I have not slept for nights, believe me, nights together when I had to write Raqs. I've stayed awake for hours at night writing. So there's no structure to my poem, it just flows as it comes.
I'm sure the dark circles under all of us poets' eyes and all those caffeine shots can give us a clear example of how much of sleep we've lacked. So that's very nice. So as I speak to you, I kind of understand that your mind is definitely chaotic. So I am curious to know, how is your writing space? Do you have a specific writing space that you kind of like just zone out from the world, or does that also happen automatically?
Okay, actually I have no writing space, there's nothing like that. My meeting with my master is my writing space. I write because of him, I write for him, I write to him. So I could say he's my writing space. It's when I met him, it was as Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi says that what you seek is seeking you. So I have been seeking this whole notion of a master and a disciple, as how Maulana Rumi and Hazrat Shamsuddin Tabrizi were. It always fascinated me, and I wanted to know what is this? What is this? Who is this master? What can he do to your soul? What does he do? And I longed and I longed and I waited, and many years, suddenly out of nowhere, as they say, when the student is ready, the master finds the student himself, and that's how he came about. And he just ripped open my heart and made me write poetry. And actually, this book is dedicated to him, in which I say that before him I am nothing, and without him I am nothing. He took me out from a shell, and as Maulana Rumi says a very beautiful thing, that I have come to take you out from yourself and take you into my heart. I want to show you the beauty that you have, which you don't know about, and lift you like a prayer to the sky. So this is what a master does, and this is what he did to me. Unknowingly, I didn't even know what was happening. It just every knot kept opening, and I began to write poetry, which I myself would not understand what I'm saying. The emotions were like so strong. So there's no writing space. It just comes whenever, as you go through life.
Absolutely. I think every word she uttered right now came from sheer passion, and I sure got goose pimples all over. So, to understand the fact that you have been a passionate writer and you have been inspired by someone is, a great thing. So, how long have you been writing for? Would you like to take us on a journey from when you started?
From school days, actually. I had my teacher who she failed me that year. And she said that, you're like wasted your time. I'm sorry, I can't promote you. So I told her, if you keep me back with you in your class, I'll stay back. Otherwise, I'll leave the school. So she kept me with her, and she absolutely groomed me and showed me that there are other things to do than sitting at the back bench and talking. So I started writing poetry in respect for her, actually. And then it just kept growing with life and love and youth and, all kinds of things. And then when I met my husband, the poetry also, that was another flow of poetry. and then it was there. Then I had my children, and then life just took a backseat. And then suddenly Raqs happened. So that poetry became more serious. I became more serious with that.
So I like the journey how she started about being failed in class to I fell in love, and then everything went skyrocket high. So I think Hubby dear gets a round of applause also. Can we give a round of applause, please? All right. So we're all definitely excited to know what's in that book. So can you please read out an excerpt from the book?
So before starting reading a few poems, so my book is called Raqs, the Dance of Passion. Raqs is the dance, the twirling dervishes that they do in Turkey. They believe that it is one of the fastest connect to reach God. It's a very beautiful and a very serene atmosphere where the dervishes get into a circle, and they always have a master, because it's something that cannot be done by yourself and should not be done by yourself, because the energy levels are very high. So they believe their one hand is up towards the sky and one towards the earth. It says that because of their prayer, they are chanting the name of Allah as they go about it. They are taking energy from the divine and distributing it to the people of this world. I'm very passionate about it. So my poetry is in line with that. So Raqs, the Dance of Passion, became the name of the book, and it is. It happened when what do I say? It's my I wanted to write this book because I wanted to. It's like a thank you to my master, and to tell people that don't ever give up. There's always magic somewhere in the air. There's always stardust, and it will reach you. It will come to you. Just believe. And what he did to me in this age and time when people have no time for anybody, he gave me so much of his time to show me a way out and to show me myself like a mirror, showing that I could do much more than what I was doing. So I thank him for that, and I'll begin with one poem. Can you just hold this if you don't mind? Thanks. I cannot get dispassionate. I was created to love and write poetry. When he blew life into my soul, he whispered, "You are free. You are free, wander through my lands, barefoot and carefree. Soak in the moonlight and love beneath the open sky. So I will let my hair loose, wear bells on my feet and dance through. You people of this world cannot tame my madness, for I am his passion." So, to give you all an idea as to what happens in a journey like this, I'd like to just say another poem.
So when I asked Shaista what's the meaning of her name, it was very simple. So this is what she said: when you look at something beautiful, when you look at something beautiful, and when you want to give an expression, you say Shaista. Isn't that nice? So Shaista, please read us one your expert.
The world is not for the world is not for the weak-hearted and the lovers, or the dream catchers. The sea and the sky never merge. It is but the playfulness of the eye that deceives the vision. I disengage from the chatter. I know not the language they speak. My heart and soul are burning with the sun and resting in the heart of the ocean. I have become it. The world is not for the lovers. The world is not for me.